Hey, what's going on? And happy Saturday to all of you out there in the Neoverse. Two videos in 24 hours, so I'm trying to make up for my time away. Um, and on that note, today we're going to talk about the Binance coin, the market maker's token, as I like to call it. But I am curious. I got a lot of smart people that have been contributing on the YouTube channel, and I'm curious to, am I on an island here with the Binance coin? Am I the only one still invested? I'm curious to know how many of you are holders of the Binance coin like myself. And maybe we can change a few minds today with our video. So let's go ahead and jump right in to Binance coin, BNB, burning the FUD. All right. So first thing I queued up here is the video that was put out by CZ on 10/18. It says, watch us burn 1.5 million in 3 seconds of the BNB coin. Okay, so that being said, if you watch the video, you can watch it. They do in fact go ahead and burn $1.5 million worth of the Binance coin on his laptop while we all watch. Okay, that equates to about 999,000, which is just about a million Binance coins. Okay, so that being said, there's a lot of FUD going on in the market, so I thought maybe I could kind of dig in a little bit and give you guys my interpretation of it as it stands. So from the Binance paper, let's just go ahead and start there. This comes right from the Binance white paper. Repurchasing plan every quarter. We will use 20% of our profits to buy back BNB and destroy them until we buy 50% of all BNB 100 million back. All buyback transactions will be announced on the blockchain. We eventually will destroy 100 million BNB, leaving 100 million BNB remaining. So 100 million BNB will be the final supply when they are done with all of their buybacks, burn back, whatever we want to call it. But here's my comment. Listen, we can debate the phrase buyback all day long. However, the reality is that 999,000 BNB coins were in fact burned from the overall 200 million supply. So a million coins are in fact gone. These burned coins were collected from trading fees paid into the Binance platform, along with other BNB coins that will be used as quarterly revenue. So from this 7 million quarterly revenue earnings, $1.5 million have in fact been burned. Please consider that if these coins were not burned, they would be utilized by Binance to increase Binance's own financial well-being. As a BNB coin holder, I am satisfied with the method utilized by CZ and his team. However, if I were a swing trader or a day trader, I would not be satisfied, as I would have utilized the inevitable market run-up initiated by the buyback to sell my coins into the market. I would then rinse and repeat this strategy every quarter. This false market run-up would in fact be a day trader, swing trader bonanza, and never benefit the long-term holders like me. Is this something that CZ and the founders who hold the most BNB coins have considered when determining the method to burn coins? So if you go on to the Binance Reddit and some other internet forums, you're going to have a lot of people that are bitching and complaining about the method that was utilized. So you know, it was a little bit gray in the white paper, which was obviously written a while ago. But the overall situation has in fact remained in line with what they stated they were going to do. They are going to bring down the supply, the overall supply, and by bringing down the supply, that was in fact going to be the dividend. Okay. This isn't the stock market, so we can't look at it the same way. But there's a lot of people that are very, very pissed off, and they probably bought into the coin, thinking that, you know what, I'm going to have as many Binance coins as I can, and when they buy them back, you know, meaning they were probably thinking they were just going to go ahead and take the money, the revenues, and then go onto the markets and then buy those coins back. Well, obviously buying 1 million coins on the open markets is going to cause a run up in price, and this is going to be a false inflation of the BNB price, in my humble opinion, right? Because, what happens when the buyback's over, right? Then all of a sudden you're going to need, other market factors to maintain the inflated price. So I think that this is exactly what they should be doing, because they are solving their original plan of dwindling this, or diminishing the supply down to 100 million eventually, which will be the float of BNB. So by using their own revenues, okay, from the 7 million in revenues, they remove 1.5 million of those revenues by burning the coins. Those coins are never coming back, and they are burnt, okay? So it is a strange way of looking at it as a dividend, but it gets us to where we need to be, okay? That's how I'm looking at it. I am very interested in this debate, though, because obviously it is an important overriding factor in the value of the BNB coin. But looking at the facts as they are, I see a diminishing supply in what I think is going to be a long-term winner of a coin in the crypto markets. Okay. As this quarterly burn is better understood, I believe the markets will realize you have a rapidly expanding company, which is represented by a coin, BNB, that has a diminishing supply. Remember CZ's own words. Quote, "The Binance coin will reflect the value of everything we do." So, forward-looking investors, and probably not swing traders, should be accumulating BNB coins for an expansion that is currently underway, yet in the very early stages. Please see my original video to better understand just how many uses, besides the trading fee advantage, there are for the BNB coin moving forward, such as the gas of the future decentralized network powered by Binance, as well as the only payment accepted for any of Binance's sister companies' products or services. So when I did my original video, it was pretty much right after he had did his video with box mining, and he explains all of that. He explains it all in perfectly clear, understandable terms. He's trying, I think, to get the markets to understand where the value of the Binance coin is, and there were in the early stages, when I was looking into the Binance coin, there really was a lot of this FUD going around that was saying, listen, it's just about the trading fees, guys. So why am I holding on to the BNB coin? What value is there besides saving money on the trading fees? Well, in fact, CZ, it was already explained in other ways, in other formats, but, in that format, CZ's own words, explained how vast the Binance coin actually is going to be, and is currently, really, if you think about markets being forward-looking, okay? In other words, please consider a future when the Binance coin supply has been burned down to its target supply of 100 million coins. When this future arrives and 100 million coins is the total supply, will the expansion of the Binance protocol be in its final stages? Will BNB coins then power a decentralized exchange as gas? Will the sister companies of Binance like BJ Tech that only accept BNB coins as payment be successful and expanding as well? Yes, these are forward-looking statements, I'll admit, but markets are in fact forward-looking. Finally, consider who has the most to gain by the rise of the BNB coin price. Who are the largest holders? So, a little bit of reasonable deduction, and you can start to understand who benefits the most by the rise of the BNB coin. That's why I'm a long-term holder. I believe that the people who are behind Binance, which is an awesome platform, it's a growing platform. They're adding coins all the time. There's a lot of other things, obviously, that have been talked about as being connected to the overall ecosystem that is Binance. Okay, so this BNB coin has many, many use cases, really. And I think those who hodl these coins in the long term, as the supply is burned, diminished down to its 100 million. So I'm in this for the long run. So like, I'm thinking about maybe, I don't know, 5 years from now. That's a long, long time, especially in the crypto world. So 5 years from now, Binance is still a successful exchange, possibly even has its decentralized exchange up and running, probably has a few or many ICOs under its belt, okay? And many other things, okay? Well, the founders of Binance are the ones who are truly hodling these coins. So when they imagined the BNB coin and they imagined Binance, of course, in the end of the day, they all want to get rich from this. So I think the way that they are going to get rich, as well as the long-term hodlers of this coin, is going to be in the expansion of the system, expansion of the Binance ecosystem. And it is underway. Evidenced by this. Binance Labs. An early look at the expansion of Binance and its BNB coin is Binance Labs. When looking at the purpose and capabilities that will encompass Binance Labs, please consider that the BNB coin will be used as the currency used to participate. Demand. This is more and more demand. So we are trying to explain the many demand use cases for the BNB coin. Let's have a quick look at Binance Labs and what it's going to encompass here. So Binance Labs is a blockchain technology incubator. We focus on pre-ICO projects and teams. We are a startup helping other startups, entrepreneurs helping other entrepreneurs, crypto believers helping other crypto believers. We provide funds, advice, resources, launchpad listing, ideas, and concepts. And they go on to, document it and, kind of explain it in a better way. But the way I look at it is the holders of the BNB coins are, essentially angel investors. We are venture capitalists in partnership with Binance, okay? So these ICO projects that are going to be coming on, when they are sold as an ICO to the markets, are going to be paid for in BNB, okay? So you can really start to see, how this coin is going to be utilized in this overall Binance ecosystem, okay? And when I think of all of these things, it makes me feel really good about my long-term position in Binance, okay? And the Binance coin, which represents the Binance ecosystem, okay? Encompassing all of that is the diminishing supply, 200 down to 100 million, okay? And, as I'm hodling my Binance coins, the supply is going down. So if you can see demand increasing, they're adding new coins, okay? So more and more people that are going to want the new coins are going to also want to save in the trading fee. So they're going to be accumulating Binance coins to do that, okay? They're going to be launching ICOs on the Binance platform. You're going to be paying for these ICO tokens with Binance coins, okay? Sister companies, like BJ Tech. You want to buy their products and their services, you're going to use the Binance coin. So in the beginning, we didn't really even understand a lot of that. It really needed to kind of be further stated. I think enough has been said about the Binance coin now to understand where the value is, okay? So that's my take on it. But, we are in the early stages of this game, and I am very interested to hearing differing opinions on this. But let's go ahead and look at a chart. Before we pull up the BNB coin chart, looking at the chart, please consider that the stated 200 million supply on this chart is not correct. So in fact, 1 million has recently been burned. So also consider that the all-time high is about $3 back on August 21st. Sure. A lot of that was technical FOMO, but this FOMO can return at any moment. We cannot be certain when, if that moment will return, but we can read the tea leaves while listening to the words of CZ on 10/18, okay? a little over a week ago, he says, we have a lot of exciting things in the pipeline. We are going to release these very quickly. We are going to continue to add more coins, and we are going to continue to grow the platform. Strong buy. Let's look at the chart. Come on. Trading view, please add BNB soon so we can get a little bit more intensive on our chart work there. Okay, so there you have a look at it. Okay, so, you know, let's go. I'm at 30 days. Let's hit 90 days. Have a look here. So you see the 90-day outlook. You see back to where we were launching about, you know, August 21st or so. We touched around 3, and then, you know, we've had this long consolidation and drop in price, and now we are sitting right at about $1.16. You know, not too far over $1. So, you know, if I think quickly the markets can move on this. Forward-looking markets, when they start to better understand. Now this, and I can see how a lot of this FUD has brought down the price, because there was a lot of confusion, okay, in what they meant by buyback. I didn't completely understand it. I better understand it now, and I'm good with what we're doing. We're removing them from the markets. I'm also understanding, as I previously stated, that by buying, like say CZ and his team just goes in there with the capital money, the $1.5 million, and they're fighting with people on the open markets. Yes, it's going to rise in price, but when the buyback is done, you know, it's going to cause a massive sell-off, I'm sure, by profit taker swing traders. Okay, so by doing it this way, CZ and his team are rewarding themselves, first of all, because they are the true long-term hodlers of this coin, and people like me who are long-term holders of the coin. I do not want to see the day traders and swing traders coming in and, you know, making a cycle of this, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Every quarter they're going to be doing the same thing. That game has been eliminated. Okay, so now the price can go up in a steady way. It can go up as value accumulates, okay? As the markets continue to look forward on the value of the BNB coin, it will rise in price. And I think, you know, we've had, you know, this FUD definitely has caused, you know, a lot of, you know, people probably to sell off on their coin. A lot of the swing traders and day traders, they're probably out. So we see this price. So this is a very, you know, interesting entrance. If you are not into the BNB coin right now, you're going to be getting into the BNB coin at a price that, you know, is I won't say near an all-time low, but, you know, since, you know, back in early August, you know, we were under $1, and we've had this. So you can jump in right now and buy in at the same prices as, you know, as a lot of the long-term holders have. Okay, and then you can ride it out and hopefully, you know, we'll see 2 and 3 and maybe even bigger numbers in the future. But, you know, I'm not in this for $2 and $3 a BNB coin, as you guys know. I have, I'm not joking about this being the coin of the market makers and the whales. There is a lot of reasons to hold on to this coin. Okay, I mean, and it's not just buying into ICOs, it's not just trading fees. It's because when the supply goes down and demand continues to go up, there can be lots of, you know, there can be huge run-ups, okay, in the BNB coin. But there's no need to speculate further in what I'm saying, and I think I'll probably wrap the video up here. I just wanted to give you guys since I am, you know, been speaking about my, you know, long-term stance with the BNB coin, I figured it was kind of important to jump in on this issue because it's still prevalent on the forums and boards and whatnot. But, you know, I think that we've kind of hashed it out here, right? I mean, the supply is going down, the coins have been burned, okay? And the BNB coin has many use cases that are going to encompass the overall value of the Binance ecosystem. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the next one.